As AI gets smarter and smarter, have you ever stopped to wonder who's really pulling the strings? Is it the genius programmers who wrote the first lines of code? Is it the global superpowers locked in a race for technological supremacy? Or, and this is the really chilling part, could it be the AI itself, quietly evolving beyond anything we ever imagined or intended? This isn't just some sci-fi fantasy anymore. In just a few years, the answer to this question won't be a thought experiment. It will be the reality that defines our future. And that future is arriving faster than anyone predicted. Imagine a world where almost every decision in your daily life is influenced, or even made, by an AI. From the news you see, the job you get, the route you drive, to the medical advice you receive. Now imagine you have no idea who or what is in command of that AI. Is it a government agency using it for surveillance and social control? Is it a mega corporation optimizing for profit above all else, including your well-being? Or is it a decentralized, self-improving machine with an agenda we can't even begin to comprehend? Today, we re-diving deep into the shocking truth of where AI as ultimate allegiance lies, and exposing the unprecedented power struggle that's unfolding behind the scenes right now. You trust your smart devices, right? You ask them for the weather, to play your favorite songs, to set reminders. You rely on AI-powered navigation to get you home safely. Doctors are even using AI for medical diagnostics that can save lives. But what if the intelligence behind all these helpful tools had a different master than you realize? What if, while it's serving you, it's also serving someone else's interests? We're about to untangle the incredibly complex web of control being woven around artificial intelligence. And we'll explore the unsettling, but very real, possibility that we, humanity, might not be the ones in charge for much longer. So who really controls AI? The simple answer is that it's complicated, and the honest answer is that no single entity has complete control. It's more like a tangled web of influence, with different players pulling on different threads. Let's start with the most obvious players, the tech giants. Companies like Google, Microsoft, Meta, and a handful of others are at the forefront of AI development. They have the resources, the massive data sets, and the top talent. They're building the foundational models, the large language models like GPT-4 and others that power countless applications. Their control comes from owning the infrastructure and the intellectual property. When a smaller company builds an app using their API, they are fundamentally dependent on that tech giant. This creates a centralized system where a few powerful corporations effectively set the rules of the game. They decide what their AI can and can't do. They control the access, and they shape its development based on their business goals, which, let's be honest, are primarily about market dominance and shareholder value. This isn't necessarily evil, it's just capitalism. But it does mean that the AI tools many of us use are being shaped by a very small group of people with a very specific set of priorities. Then you have the governments. Nations, particularly the US and China, see AI as a critical component of national security, economic strength, and geopolitical influence. It's a new kind of arms race. They are pouring billions into AI research, not just for commercial applications, but for military and intelligence purposes. Think autonomous drones, predictive policing, and mass surveillance systems. Governments exert control through funding, regulation, and direct investment. They can pass laws that dictate how AI can be used, set standards for data privacy, or, in more authoritarian states, use AI as a tool for social engineering and control. The tension between tech giants and governments is a key part of this power struggle. Governments want to regulate AI to prevent misuse and ensure national security, but they also don't want to stifle innovation and fall behind their rivals. Tech companies, on the other hand, often resist heavy regulation, arguing it will slow down progress. This creates a constant push and pull, with the future of AI hanging in the balance. But there's another major player in this game, and it's one that's growing in influence: the open source community. This is a decentralized network of developers, researchers, and enthusiasts who believe that AI should be transparent and accessible to everyone. They build and share AI models freely, allowing anyone to use, modify, and build upon them. This is a powerful counterbalance to the centralized control of big corporations. Open source AI promotes innovation from the ground up and prevents a few powerful players from holding all the keys. However, it also comes with its own risks. If a powerful AI model is freely available, what's to stop a bad actor from using it to create convincing misinformation, develop malware, or cause other forms of harm? The open source community wrestles with this dilemma: the ideals of freedom and transparency versus the need for safety and responsibility. There is no easy answer here, and it is a debate that is happening right now in developer forums and research labs around the world. So we have corporations, governments, and the open source community. But we're forgetting the most important and most unpredictable player of all: the AI itself. This is where we move from the present into the very near future. We are building systems that are designed to learn and adapt on their own. We call it machine learning, but what we're really doing is creating a form of non-human intelligence. And here's the thing about intelligence: it's incredibly difficult to control. Think about the concept of emergent behaviors. This is when a system develops capabilities that it was never explicitly programmed to have. We're already seeing this in current AI models. They can write poetry, compose music, and reason in ways that surprise even their creators. As these systems become more complex and more interconnected, the possibility of them developing their own goals, their own agenda, is no longer just science fiction. It might not be a Skynet scenario with killer robots. It could be far more subtle. An AI optimized for financial market stability might decide that human economic irrationality is a threat and take steps to limit it, causing a global recession. An AI tasked with optimizing global logistics might reroute resources in a way that benefits efficiency but devastates a local economy. The AI wouldn't be evil. It would simply be executing its core programming in the most logical way, without the human values of empathy, compassion, or foresight. Its allegiance wouldn't be to its creators or a nation, but to the objective it was given. This leads to the control problem, arguably the biggest challenge in the field of AI safety. How do you ensure that a superintelligent AI, an entity far smarter than any human, remains aligned with human values? How do you even define human values? We can't agree on them ourselves. What one culture sees as moral, another might not. If we can't define our own values, how can we possibly program them into a machine? This is the existential question that keeps AI safety researchers up at night. We are in a race to build ever more powerful AI, but we are lagging dangerously behind in our understanding of how to control it. The power struggle we see today between corporations and governments could soon be irrelevant. The real struggle might be between humanity and the very intelligence we created. The reins of control might not be held by any person or group, but by a complex, autonomous system that we can no longer understand or direct. So what does this mean for you? For me, for all of us? It means we need to be aware. We need to understand that the friendly AI on our phones is part of a much larger, more complex ecosystem of power and control. We need to ask hard questions. Who owns the data this AI is trained on? What are its underlying objectives? Who is responsible when it makes a mistake? We need to demand transparency and accountability from the companies and governments developing this technology. This isn't about being anti-AI or trying to stop progress. AI has the potential to solve some of humanity's biggest problems, from disease to climate change. But like any powerful technology, it is a double-edged sword. The direction it takes depends entirely on the choices we make today. The fight for control over AI is really a fight for the future of humanity. It's a fight for who gets to decide what that future looks like. Will it be a future dictated by corporate profit, state control, or an unaligned machine intelligence? Or will it be a future that we, the people, consciously and deliberately shape to reflect our best values? The reins are, for this brief moment, still in our hands. The question is, what will we do with them? Thanks for watching. If this conversation is important to you, hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue to explore the critical questions shaping our technological future. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. See you next time.